opening statement, then we'll take questions.
Well, first thing, you notice I was able to make it up the stairs. Read so much about the youth. I'm glad John's 52, by the way. But we're obviously delighted to be here. I've been asked the question, I guess, over the last 3 or 4 days, is it as special, not as special, whatever? Is it old hat? It took so long of my coaching career to get to a Final Four in '99 that for me, my advice to Shaka, and probably not Brad, it looks like he's going to make it an every year occasion, but that when you get here, enjoy the moment, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the Final Four, and then go try to win 2 games. And I think that's how we feel. We feel that, and I've done this since '99, our first trip, we try to make sure that our players enjoy. We will find time somewhere to go to Bracketown. We will find somewhere, some ways, and make sure we enjoy this trip. This is, in my opinion, has always been, just like I feel about postseason play, and if you look at our postseason record, obviously it's decent this year, but it's always been pretty good. And I think what we try to do is, this is your reward for a great season. And if you don't treat it like that, you're making a mistake. These journeys just don't automatically come. So we're happy as heck to be here. We're here to enjoy it, to celebrate an incredible season, an incredible run, and we're also here to try to win a championship.
If you have a question for Coach Calhoun, raise your hand. Please state your name and media outlet. Bob?
Bob Ryan, Boston Globe. Alex and Jamal played for the same high school at AAU. Were you recruiting one and the other one caught your eye? Or what was the basic recruiting story surrounding both of them?
They were going together, Bob, and quite frankly, Jamal was the throw-in. I mean, I told him that, and I said, you need to understand, you want to come? I definitely want to come. I said, well, you keep coming up, and by the end, he had got 44 points in the National Prep School Championship, which they won. Alex had like 16 or something, and we were more than happy to get Jamal. But yeah, you know, when you saw Alex even as a young guy, great student, great kid, and Jamal's good student, good kid also, but my point being simply, Alex seemed to be the limelight guy. He's the guy that made McDonald's All-American, you know, and he probably was built, not quite like he's built now, but a big, strong, physical kid, and they wanted to go to school together. And and the more and more we saw of Jamal, I remember taking a trip late in his senior year, probably March of that year, just to reassure him we really wanted him. Because then he started to feel, because occasionally college coaches, I know this sounds bizarre, started to tell him that he was a throw-in, and we had to reassure him that he was an important part of our recruiting process.
Next question is way to the right, Brendan in the back.
Jim, I know you probably kind of a story about Jeremy and his dad, but when you first saw Jeremy, did you know his dad wasn't the same?
No, when I first saw him, I had no idea it was Rolando Lamb's son. I just knew he was a tall, lanky kid. He reminded me somewhat of Rip Hamilton when I first saw Rip. He reminded me of, God rest his soul, one of the great players I ever coached, Reggie Lewis. He reminded me of those guys who are strong with the basketball, even though their weight doesn't say that, or their body doesn't look like they can lift up the basketball. Never mind, you know, be secure, strong with the ball. But the thing he did at the Peach Jam, which is a AAU tournament, he was the leading scorer, and there were a heck of a lot of good players there. Matter of fact, some of the guys who were playing against tomorrow, they were there. So therefore, he was sensational. Now, as I had said before, he couldn't guard a chair. A chair probably would have 8 to 10 points, depending upon if he made his foul shots. But he has improved defensively, and when you have a 7'4" reach and quickness, it does allow you to improve defense. But he's got better, and he's turned into a terrific freshman. It's ironic that 2 of the kids we recruited very hard, both Brandon visited our campus 3 or 4 times over the years. His coach is a Connecticut guy, Dave Beckerman, and Duran Lamb right in New York City. And we got Shabazz and Jeremy, and I wouldn't trade them. And John wouldn't trade his 2. So recruiting works out funny. The kids always think we have something to say about it. They have a lot to say about it. You know, when they make their decisions, you can bounce off it. And we in turn got 2 terrific guards.